I always tell people when you have a business and you have a team, you got to celebrate success, whatever that success is. So today I'm going to talk about 2 different milestones that have been achieved or will be achieved here in the next couple of weeks. One of them pertains to this podcast. One of them pertains to our Facebook group. We're going to talk about how we're going to celebrate those milestones. But before we get into the podcast, I want to remind you guys, I'm going to be at the Food Truck Owners Expo this year, July 29th and 30th in Houston, Texas. I'm going to be giving 2 classes, one on menus and one on marketing in the off-season. In between those 2 classes, I'm going to be out on the main expo floor holding campfire sessions where you guys can sit down and talk to me in a little bit more of an informal environment, and we'll discuss everything to do with food trucks. You can ask me questions or you can just listen to me talk. In either case, it's going to be July 29th and 30th this year in Houston, Texas at the Humboldt Civic Center. Order your tickets today, and when you do order those tickets, put in code FTTG15 and get yourself a 15% discount. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. How confident are you about your menu pricing? Are your prices profitable, or are you just scraping by? If you're not sure, I've got just what you need. Table Needs has built a super simple menu pricing calculator that you can use for free, and it will help you figure out the best price point for every item on your menu. Get started with Table Needs menu pricing calculator today at tableneeds.com, or you'll find a direct link in the description below the podcast. Celebrating milestones. It's a big deal when you achieve something, and it doesn't have to be a big deal to the world. It just has to be a big deal to you. The first time you break $100 in an hour, that's a big deal. Yes, there's been a whole bunch of other people do it, but you haven't yet. That's a big deal to you. First time you do $1,000 a day, that's a big deal. First time you do $10,000 in a day, that's a huge deal. You got to celebrate those successes. Allow yourself to pat yourself on the back and go, hey, awesome job. And then move on and see how you're going to beat that record next time. So I have 2 milestones that are coming up, or actually one of them's already passed, and we got one coming up. The first one we'll talk about will be this podcast. We are over 500 episodes. That's a big deal. 500 10-minute or longer segments is a bunch of hours to listen to me talk. But for each one of those 10 or 15-minute segments, there's 20 or 30 minutes worth of recording time, and then probably another half hour of editing time. So each one of the episodes that you guys have listened to is only 10 or 15 minutes of your life, but it's a couple of hours worth of my life. So that's a big deal to have done something 500 times or more. I think this is going to be episode 519, I believe. I don't have the spreadsheet laying in front of me right now. I always update the spreadsheet after I post the podcast. But it's a big deal. There's all kinds of subjects we have talked about. So we're going to celebrate that as a part of our Facebook group celebration. The Facebook group started on 1/1/2020. It was a private group. It's always been a private group. And right now, we are approaching 65,000 members. That's a big number. When it comes to private groups that have the subject matter of food trucks and food truck help, not selling food trucks, but food truck help, we are the largest private group in existence right now. Now, there's one little caveat I got to give to that, because I do track all of the big groups. I want to see how they're performing as far as their numbers go and to see how we compare within those numbers. So right now there are 3 groups that have more members. 2 of them have always been a public group. To become a member of most public groups, all you got to do is like a comment and boom, you're a member. If you author a comment, you're a member. If you create a post, you're a member. You don't have to answer any questions. You don't have to do anything other than, again, interact or write something. And you are a member. So we have 2 groups that have been public groups their entire existence, and one of them has near 100,000 people right now, and the other one has about 67,000 people. So we'll catch it here pretty soon, probably by the end of summer. The third group that has more members than us started out as a public group, and just this week turned themselves into a private group. I would imagine they want to say that they're the largest private group. It's just a stunt basically to make them look like they're the biggest, most popular group. But their growth is anomalous compared to all the other groups. That tells me they're either doing some type of advertisement or they have a very low threshold to allow people in, because they're growing faster than even the other public groups are growing. So it doesn't impress me that they're growing that fast. They're doing something different. They're not organic with their growth. We, on the other hand, are organic. I have never ran an ad for our group. I've never boosted a post for our group. I want the people in our group to want to be here. I don't want them joining because, oh, everybody else is joining. Oh, look, they've got 100,000 people. I want to join that. So our group is here to help. And that's what I pride myself on. We give a lot of good information, a whole lot of good information. You can download stuff out of our file section that'll help you in a whole bunch of different ways to operate your business. There's a lot of good advice in there, a lot of PDFs, a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of contracts. We have a lot of videos on our past events where I talk about a lot of different things to help people with their food truck business. We have a whole bunch of members that have a lot of experience, many years, many decades worth of experience, and they help all the time. So the Facebook group to me is an important way to communicate with each other and to help each other to grow the business. That's what we're all about. We're not here to complain about guests because, yes, people that come and order food sometimes can be very, very annoying. They think it's hilarious to step up to Burger King, for example. And I've heard this many times. Hey, y'all, I want a pizza. They think it's hilarious. Yes, we have heard this many times, dude. You are not the first comedian out there to say that joke. It's not funny. So our Facebook group isn't there to complain about guests. Our Facebook group is there to help you be a better business owner, better business operator, so you can make more money. That's what it's all about. So I take pride in our Facebook group. So how we're going to celebrate and talk about what we're doing. We're giving a giveaway. I got some neat swag items from Table Needs and Easy Eats and Where's the Food Truck. And I've also got some free Food Truck Owner Expo tickets. Now, you got to pay for your own transportation to Houston or Orlando, but you got free tickets at least. But I'm also going to include private coaching sessions with me, one-on-one, just you and me. We're going to make your business successful no matter what. Going to give that away. I'm going to give away admission to the remaining 2024 masterclasses that I'm doing. Once a month, I do a 2-hour masterclass on a specific subject pertaining to food trucks. And I get into details that nobody else does. I teach you guys how to do food costs, how to do a break-even point, how to write a business plan. And we talk about things that are important to your business. And not only do I do those 2-hour sessions because they're live, they're not pre-recorded nonsense pretending to be a webinar. This is a live Zoom call where I'm giving a presentation. At the end of the call, I do question and answer. And I will stay there as long as people ask questions. We've had some of these sessions go over 3 hours because so many questions were asked. I don't care. My voice cares sometimes, but I don't care. I will talk as long as people want to talk about this business. Gonna give that away. Plus, you'll have the access to the recordings of all the past ones. Because today is 5/19 as I record this. So that means we've already done 5 sessions this year. There's 7 more to go. So you get admission to the next 7 as well as access to those last 5 recordings. We're going to give away autographed copies of Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. And in case you don't know, Food Truck 101 is to get you on the truck. We want to teach you how to get your business started and to get it profitable as soon as possible. So we're getting you on the truck with Food Truck 101. Food Truck 201 is getting you off the truck. Now, that doesn't mean to sell it. What it means is we want you to have a second truck. At the moment you decide, I want a second, if it's going to be a brick and mortar or if it's going to be another food truck, doesn't matter. At that point, you have to transition. You can no longer be the cashier. You can no longer be the cook. You can no longer be the expediter on your own food truck. Because at the point you have 2, you got to be available to help both of them. Now, you can certainly be on one, but it needs to be in a non-critical position so that if food truck number 2 calls you up, you can help them without saying, "Oh, wait, I got to flip this burger." So your role changes, and that's what Food Truck 201 is all about, teaching you how to change in that role. So how to enter, if you want to enter the contest, it's real easy. Just go to our Facebook group. If you're not a member, why the heck aren't you? But go to our Facebook group, join if you're not already a member, and then just go to the post. It's a featured post, so it's the very first thing you should see, and just scroll down and leave a comment. That's it. Now, the contest will close the day we hit 65,000 people. We just went over 64,000 last night, so that being 5/18. Based on how our group grows, again, I don't advertise, I don't do anything to get people to join. we'll hit the 65,000 anywhere from 13 to 18 days from now. The absolute fastest we've ever gained 1,000 people has been 11 days. And then, of course, there's been times when it's been very, very slow. But over the last year, we've been averaging about 16 days. Got about 2 weeks. If you're interested in those things I talked about as giveaways, the little swag items that Table Needs and Easy Eats and Where's the Food Truck, those are all really cool things. They're logo specific to their business. Of course, it's swag, so it should be. But they're also useful things. These guys have been with me since really almost the beginning of the food truck group. I know all the CEOs of those companies. They are all very good people. They all have a product, obviously, to sell, but they are good people. And their product has meaning to you as a business owner. So check them out. Again, it was Where's the Food Truck? That's a location service to help you get people coming to your food truck and help people to find your food truck. Easy Eats, POS system, and then Table Needs, also a POS system. And then, of course, the folks from Food Truck Owners Expo gave me some tickets. So I got some tickets to give out. And if you're not a winner of this, you still have that opportunity for a 15% discount. Purchase the tickets, and FTTG15 gives you a 15% discount when you go to buy those tickets. So again, go to the Facebook group, go to the featured post. You'll see my post there as the first featured post. Just go ahead and like that post, leave a comment, and you'll be a part of the drawing. I will only be drawing from the people that comment. How I will do that is I will make a video and I will pull up the list of people that commented, put all of their names into a spreadsheet, and then assign a number beside each of those names. I'll remove all the duplicates, so somebody can't go in and comment 29 times. I'll remove all the duplicate names. And then I will set the spreadsheet to pick a random number, and whatever that random number is that corresponds, there's the winner. The odds of winning right now, if you were to go post right this second and we suddenly hit 65,000 people, you would have a 1 in 36 shot. Now, I'm sure as the day goes on, that'll get bigger and bigger. The last time that we did this, I believe, was for 25,000 members. We gave away a full set of all of our books, all autographed, of course. And I want to say there's about 120 people or so that were part of that drawing. And we let that one run 10 days. So you can be a little bit longer in run length for this contest. Prize package is a little bit more substantial. But I hope you guys at least come by and comment, because it's all about celebrating. It's all about helping each other to become the absolute best food truck owner you can be. I can't stress that enough when it comes to you operating your business. You always got to be learning. It's the reason we have this Facebook group, the reason I do all the videos, the reason I do this podcast. It's all about helping you guys become the best you can be. You want your business to succeed, you got to be a part of our group and apply what you read about. You want to be successful, you got to always educate yourself. That's what the podcast does, educate. Just like that post, become a part of the drawing. And there'll be more than just one prize. The grand prize will have all the stuff that was listed, but there'll be some second and third and fourth place prizes as well. So please come check us out. Links in the description for the Facebook group. If you're not a member, please join. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, please join. And you're already a part of the podcast, and I do thank you for that so much. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow, because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.